What's going on, guys? Cisco here, back with some more VGC double battles, and today we've got a rain team featuring Rain Dish TENTACRUEL with Acid Spray and ACUPRESSURE alongside Drizzle Kyogre. A huge shout out to Dr. Banana Man for creating the team and putting out this event score. Really appreciate it. So the idea here is to utilize TENTACRUEL as a speedy support Pokemon to either lower the special defense stat of the opposing side or raise a random stat of our allied Pokemon with ACUPRESSURE. So TENTACRUEL, Rain Dish, and Leftovers will be getting a ton of HP back at the end of every single turn, which in Rain will allow it to be super tanky. So I'm pretty sure Rain Dish returns 1/16 or 1/8 of your HP, and Leftovers returns 1/16. So the combination of both of those will allow TENTACRUEL to get pretty much like an 1/8 or more of HP back after every single turn when in Rain. So it's going to be really tanky and really hard to get rid of, and at the same time it has a really good typing of water and poison. So if we see electric type Pokemon, we can just terastallize into grass and make sure that we take resisted damage from any electric type moves and ground type moves as well. So the grass terror on the TENTACRUEL works really well. So it's got toxic spikes to set up on the opposing side, and make sure to make the opposing side double think whether or not they want to be swapping in and out. So you can set up some toxic spikes on the opposing side, and whenever one Pokemon switches in, there will be poison thanks to the toxic spikes, and the severity depends on how many layers of toxic spikes we have on the opposing side. We've got Acid Spray to lower the special defensive stat of the opposing side and allow Kyogre and Miraidon to greatly benefit from that lowered special defense with their special attacking moves such as Water Spout, Origin Pulse, Ice Beam, or Electro Drift. So both Kyogre and Miraidon will benefit tremendously from the Acid Spray that TENTACRUEL will be going for. And finally, we got the ACUPRESSURE, which will raise a random stat of our allied Pokemon by 2 stages. So just imagine, we can make our side bulkier, we can do more damage, we can make our side faster. We could do so many things with ACUPRESSURE. So a little bit of RNG is going to be to play here, because ACUPRESSURE will raise a random stat. Like for example, if we raise Kyogre's attack stat, we wasted a turn, we did nothing. But if we raise its special attack stat, it can do a ton of damage with Water Spout and Origin Pulse or Ice Beam. You get what I'm saying. So it's gonna be really cool to use TENTACRUEL as a supportive Pokemon. I think it's gonna be super fun. Now, like I mentioned, one Pokemon that's gonna tremendously benefit from the TENTACRUEL is gonna be that Kyogre, as it can do more damage depending on if we go for Acid Spray, or if it could be more bulkier if we get a defensive boost with ACUPRESSURE. So Kyogre's gonna benefit greatly from this TENTACRUEL, and alongside that, TENTACRUEL is going to benefit from Kyogre, as Kyogre will be the one setting up the rain for the TENTACRUEL and activating its Rain Dish to be super tanky and get a ton of HP after every single turn. So this is going to be a really fun duo to go with here. Kyogre and TENTACRUEL are going to be really cool, really fun. And hopefully it works out. Hopefully it's a broken duo that no one can really stop. Now, as for the rest of the squad, we've got Fergraph to stop Trick Room teams. We've got Tornadus for weather and speed control. You got Miraidon for terrain control and just do a ton of damage with that choice specs and its regular moveset. And finally, we got the Iron Treads with Steel Roller to do a ton of damage and eliminate the terrain of the on the field. It's got Stomping Tantrum and Knockoff as well, with the Life Orb to boost its damage output. So a really cool squad. Super excited to give TENTACRUEL a shot. I think it could do some pretty good work and some pretty cool stuff with its moveset here. It's really unique, really cool. I think it put in a lot of work. So let's get right into these battles with Rain Dish TENTACRUEL and Drizzle Kyogre and try to get some dubs. We got a battle against Sunny here. I'm gonna call him Sunny. Esyon times 2. Sun times 2. Could be Miraidon, Ice Rider, a little bit of Electric Train, and could be Trick Roomish in a sense. Like you could kind of go down that Trick Room route, but we'll see what they want to go for here. They could lead the Trick Room user and kind of stop us from getting Trick Room and so I'm gonna go this. Now my only fear is if they lead Miraidon. And if you leave Miraidon, I'm gonna swap into the, yeah, I'll do that. Into the Iron Treads. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on. Now, if we don't see Miraidon, we're set. If we don't see Miraidon, we do not see Miraidon. It's actually really good for us. Now they could be going for Fake Out here, so maybe just a Double Protect. I think Double Protect makes sense. They could be swapping into Miraidon, which kind of is rough. I'm allowing them to swap into Miraidon if they want to right now, but they're definitely gonna Fake Out and then probably try to attack with Chi-Yu. And yep, that's exactly what they're gonna do. So we're just gonna look to Double Protect here. Make sure that We don't take any type of damage here. Probably into Kyogre, right? Yep, into the Kyogre slot. And then what's the Chiyu going for here? Just Dark Pulse. Doubling into Kyogre. Okay, so I could have done something with Tentacruel. I think I'm just gonna go into a little bit of an Origin Pulse here. Because Chiyu's definitely outspeeding me, getting some good damage into my Kyogre, I think. But I think Water Spout. And this thing at -2 special defense with the Mystic Water. No matter how much damage you take from this thing, you should be fine. Yeah, let's do this. Water Spout's just better accuracy. And they just protect the Chiyu. That's perfect. That is perfect. So Acid Spray's gonna launch, lower the special defense stat of this Iron Hands by 2 stages. Next up, gonna be Water Spout from the Kyogre at full HP with the Mystic Water under Rain, baby. And this thing at -2 in special defense. Bye-bye, Iron Hand. A tanky little Iron Hand's gone. Gone like the wind, baby. Alright, great. Now, right on. A little bit of a rough, tough cookie. Little bit of a rough, tough cookie here. Which I'm assuming they're gonna bring out Miraidon now, because I should be able to outspeed both of my guys here. It's gonna be this guy instead. All right, it's not. That's rather interesting. That's pretty interesting, to be honest. And I'm sure to do the same thing of just setting up an Acid Spray on this lot. Yeah. I really don't mind that at all. You're terraforming one and protecting the other one, or you're just not doing anything. Kyogre's outspeeding, baby. Water Spout double connecting, bringing down the Chiyu to Sash and knocking out the beautiful little Ice Rider, baby. Let's go. This duo I knew was gonna be crazy. Now what's Chiyu going for here? Just a little Snarl. Snarl's a little annoying. Tentacruel is going to be getting some Rain Dish and some leftover HP. Getting a ton of HP back right there. And their final Pokemon should be Miraidon here. Miraidon the Peckish. No Miraidon? That's definitely an interesting choice, but hey. We listen and we don't judge, baby. GG's. All right, we got a battle against Johnny here, and this looks to be kind of a rough squad because they want to set up Trick Room. They want to set up the good old Trick Room. So what I'm going to look to do here is... Actually, do you have in prison? Do you have in prison? Okay, let me take this through. Because if they lead Annihilate, Final Gambit will be able to do damage into my Ferrograph and pick up the KO probably. I think the right lead is Tornadus and Ferrograph. Set up Tailwind. But even then, with what do you speed at? Before you go to 168, I still don't think you outspeed. Let's see here. And then setting up spikes is kind of useless because Amoonguss can just suck them all up. I'm really leading down the Tornadus and Ferrograph route. Tailwind and Imprison, but I don't know if that works. So I might just go into YouTube. Okay, we'll do this. This way, I'm pretty certain that with Tailwind being up, Kyogre can't be outsped. Go for that Water Spout with the Mystic Water, do a ton of damage, and probably stop everything from happening. So I think that's just a better option. We already saw the duo of Kyogre and Tentacruel do some work, so I'm happy with that. Okay, that's fine. I don't really care about taunt. Just Bleak Wind and protect. Bleak Wind, protect. I want to see what they do. If they terrasilize, if they stay, they try to spore. If they try to spore, then I can go Grass Terra. Bleak Wind's gonna fly. Great damage onto the Amoonguss. No speed drops, but they go pump into Kyogre. You know, that's the last Pokemon I thought you would spore. Really the last Pokemon I thought you would spore. I don't really need... I think I can just go Tentacruel here. Terra Grass and go Water Spout. I mean, this Water Spout should be able to do a ton of damage, right? This Water Spout should be able to do enough damage where it just picks up the KO on Amoonguss. But Amoonguss is not going to spore the Tentacruel slot. It's going to spore the Kyogre slot. So that's why we're terrasizing. Just in case in the off chance where Water Spout doesn't KO, we're good. We won't be put to sleep because we're going to be the Grass type. So I don't mind this. And there's some banging outside of my house. I apologize if you hear the banging. Promise it's not me. Alright, we're gonna have to be Water Spout's gonna fly first at full HP under rain. Bye-bye, Amoonguss. Doing great damage on the Kyogre. Get a crit on the Amoonguss. Low-key, maybe that mattered. I think low-key I could say that mattered. And they go Ice Beam into Tentacruel slot. That's fantastic. Now, I'm gonna look to just go for maybe an ACUPRESSURE. I could even set up spikes as well. There's a lot of things I can do right now. A lot of things I can do. But let's play it smart. Indeed's gonna fly. I think this scenario I just go... Yeah, I have to go Acid Spray. Just to avoid them setting up Trick Room, right? Get a special defense boost. Yeah, we just go Acid Spray here. And we go Water Spout. It's a pretty simple play. You're gonna look to terrasilize though. Probably the Indeedee into Grass or Water here. So it looks like they might be able to set up Trick Room. Yeah, it's gonna be Water. So with that +1 in defense and that nice typing to resist the Water Spout, they're gonna be able to survive here. Unfortunately. The Kyogre protects. But I'm gonna be able to waste some nice turns of Trick Room here. I'm gonna be able to waste some nice turns of Trick Room. And Water Spout still does an absurd amount of damage. Wow. So I'm just gonna look to ACUPRESSURE myself. Right? We're back to full HP. Psychic could fly through right now. I gotta kind of stall here, right? I gotta stall these Trick Room turns out. Because if I just pick up a double KO here and allow Ice Rider to come in, it could probably just sweep me. So Tentacruel is gonna survive, thankfully. Ice Beam's gonna get blocked. And that's the second turn of Trick Room done. They got 3 more. ACUPRESSURE, please give me something good. Give me like something defense. Okay. Special attack will do. So that did around 110, 120. So if I can get back to over 120, I should be chilling here. Protect here. And we'll sacrifice Tornadus here. We'll sacrifice the Tornadus. Tentacruel protects. Psychic flies, we block that. Ice Beam into Tornadus. We should be able to survive that one. I think we survived 1 turn. Right, Torn. Let's go, Torn. You a beast. Rain's gonna stop. Ooh, so we're not gonna be able to get some Rain Dish HP here. It's kind of rough. 104. Got 2 more turns of Trick Room. All right, lovely. We just protected this slot right here. They could look to reverse the rolls. They could go second to Tornadus. Nah, they won't do that. I'll do this. They know what we're doing. They know exactly what I'm doing. Oh, there's no Ice Rider? I expected there to be an Ice Rider. Okay. No Ice Rider. Okay, that's fine. I was expecting to see a nice Rider here, but it's like it's gonna fly into you. Gonna do decent damage, nothing crazy. And Torn's gonna take a turn of sleep here, so I could just go for Protect and Bleak Wind here. Yep, this is last turn of Trick Room, last turn of Terrain. I'm gonna go Protect here, and I'll go Bleak Wind. Yep, beautiful. And that's how Trick Room got wasted. They didn't do anything from that Trick Room. Gonna pick up only 1 KO from that Trick Room that they set up. So those are really good turns on our end right there. Some really good simple turns. Simple protects. They still go Poseidon to you and then Psychic into Sonaris. Okay. It's not bad. It's not bad whatsoever. They don't even have Terastization anymore. Trick Room's up, Terrain's up. I can just simply go into Tentacruel again, go for an Acid Spray into the Ursaluna. They actually might just go follow me, unfortunately. But, I mean, Water Spout still KOs Ursaluna. Super effective no matter what. Yep, let's do that. Protect. Decent Protect. Not really going to do much for you, but you Protect. Acid Spray gets blocked. Water Spout's going to fly. It's going to pick up the KO on Indeedee. And it becomes a 3v2 where we have speed control with Tentacruel and Kyogre. Set us up perfectly. And that's GG's. Bye-bye, Indeedee. Good Trick Room. Good try. Welcome back, Kyogre. And then we Acid Spray the Kyogre to make sure we pick up that KO. That's GG's. That's game. It's that easy. Easy, simple, like 1, 2, 3. Like making a lemon pie. I don't think that's that easy. Apple pies are better. So we'll say making an apple pie. Alright, show me the Kyogre. Let's get this game over with, Johnny. Kyogre has some pretty decent HP on it. So we go Water Spout. We go Acid Spray. And that's game. That's game. Battle's going to be cancelled. We play that perfectly. Wasted those Trick Rooms out to the T. GG's. We got a battle against Waldo here. Where's Waldo? It's got Meowscarada, Latias, Shreds, and Alolan Ninetales. So a pretty interesting squad here. Definitely unique one. I do like Tentacruel here up against a lot of these Pokemon, especially like the tanky Lugia. Lowering his special defense will be very beneficial for us. And then also getting that weather control. We lead Tentacruel though. Grass Terra? Be that bad. A little bit of a Grass Terra action wouldn't be that bad. Could go these two in the back. Now the only reason I would bring Tornadus here is for that Tailwind control and have speed control, which I think is kind of valuable. Yeah, you know what? Let's bring in the Tornadus and then bring the 2 restricted in the back. We'll do that. So that way we can just set up Tailwind, get speed control on our end, go for some Acid Sprays or Acupressures, and then if I need to, I'll Terrasilize into Grass. That's if need be. If need be. Which, to be honest, I might need to, but it's okay. Now I could go acupressure onto myself, or I could just go straight for acid spray. One of the two. I don't know. We'll see. This can be right on Lugia. Okay. Well, we know that this Lugia is just gonna go for Calm Mind, right? So I have a couple different options here. Could protect, set up spikes. You know what? I'll Grass Terror, set up spikes, and then go for Tailwind. Yeah, let's do that. I think Grass Terror on Tentacruel here is just pretty smart. We resist the potential Earth Power. We resist the electric type moves. The only issue now is that we do take super effective from Arrow Blast, but by setting up the Tailwind, we should be able to outspeed, get an Acid Spray off, and go for either Electro Drift or Water Spout with my guy. So Tentacruel's gonna get some Toxic Spikes up. Get a layer of spikes going on to these guys. And they're just gonna go E-Drift into Tornadoes, which is perfectly fine. Because that allows us to freely switch into someone else. And then we'll see what this Lugia is going for. If it goes Aeroblast, no, let's go Calm Mind like I expected. Calm Mind as expected, okay. So I could go into Kyogre here. Do I go Kyogre? Could also just rip into Miraidon and go for Dazzling Gleam. Let's bring in Kyogre. That's fine. So we're gonna set up some nice little rain here. Could just go for the Acid Spray play and then Water Spout about. Don't know if they stay with Miraidon, that's the only issue. I don't know if they stay with Miraidon, because I could just go Water Spout here and KO Lugia, or read the Heart Swap on Miraidon. That's what we're gonna do. They don't swap Miraidon out. That's a little rough. I thought they would swap out Miraidon here. We're gonna load the special defense stat of the Lugia. Water Spout's gonna fly at full HP. Pick up the 1-hit KO on Lugia. That's actually really good for us. We just destroyed that Lugia, no problem. But now E-Drift, switch. But we don't survive that. Kyogre. Damn! I did not expect Kyogre to survive a Volt Switch there. That's perfect. If they don't have treads, that means that everybody's gonna get poisoned here. And we could just slowly chip at them away and go for some good damage here. Ninetales is gonna come back out, that's fine. Get your snow up, get poisoned. It's all good with me. And the fact that they went Volt Switch means that they're not necessarily choice specs. They're probably Cobra Club because they weren't even Life Orb either. Masquerada and okay. So we have 2 more turns to Tailwind. I could Acid Spray either one of these Pokemon. Just get some good damage going. I don't think Tentacruel KO dies out here. I don't think there's any way where Tentacruel dies out. And they didn't even go for Sucker Punch. I thought they would go for Sucker Punch or something. And we just KO'd Masquerade. All right, that's GG's. I really thought they would go Sucker Punch and get rid of my Kyogre there. And they have to go for Aurora Veil. That's fine, buddy. Ninetales gonna take some more Poison Chip. We're gonna opt to go for a Acid Spray here. Brian gets poisoned. It doesn't even matter. Because I could just protect here. Let Kyogre die out. Just get some damage done. I think I just do this. I think that's pretty safe. Because this Acid Spray with this thing at -2 special defense should be able to pick up the KO. Even behind the Aurora Veil. If it doesn't, then at least Poison Chip will, I think. And we should be good from there. And then Ice Beam could be able to do some pretty good damage on some Rhydon. Even if they Terrasilize. Even if they Terrasilize here. Which they are going to Terrasilize here. Who are we going to do? Probably Miraidon, right? Yeah, it's going to be Miraidon. Probably Fairy. Oh no, just straight Electric. Okay, so Ice Beam's not going to be able to pick up the KO, but we're going to be able to do some pretty good chip damage here. Acid Spray launches first. We bring the Ninetales down to 3 HP or something. Unfortunate. Then Ice Beam into the Miraidon. Wow. That thing might be Assault Vested, actually, you know? That thing might be Assault Vested. Yeah, that might be an AV Miraidon. And they go Blizzard. Tentacruel should soak this, right? All day, baby. All day. Alright, that should be GG's, though. With this gradual Poison Chip, we should be able to win this game. Ninetales, bye-bye. And I think I just double attack here. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if I double protect here. I mean, I can't even double protect. I'm saying I don't know if I protect with Tentacruel here. Because if they go for Dazzling Gleam, could win them the game. Got one more turn of terrain, I know that. I think I protect and Dazzling Gleam here. Oh my goodness gracious, I cannot complain ever again. I just cannot complain ever again. 1 HP on the Miraidon, a free focus sash. We just got so lucky there. Oh my goodness. That's GG's. Terrain's gone. There's no way they can actually pick up the KO now on me, I think. And Fireball Charge. Actually, hold up. They're not gonna get a lot of HP back though. Yeah, they're barely gonna get any HP back. Looks like they don't have Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, that's not enough HP. With the combination of Acid Spray and the Poison, that should be able to pick up the KO on Miraidon. So a very close game. We made a really bad call at the end there by protecting. But at the end of it, we still came in clutch and got the W, I think. We're gonna grab a little bit more leftovers. And then Poison Chip should be able to do it right here. Let's go, baby. Whew. That was a close match right there. We made that match way too close than it should have been because... Damn, GG's. We got a battle against Adriano here. It's going to be a Kyogre and Miraidon team here with Serena, Iron Hands, Urshifu, and the Tornadus. So a little bit of a tough game going on here. Is Tentacruel the right lead? Could also set up Trick Room. Because they might just leave Tornado, set up Tailwind, and go from there. Think that's what they might want to do here. Okay, so Iron Hands is a pretty scary lead. But I think this is good. Shreds isn't really that bad here. Shreds can actually do some pretty decent work, but I think I'm gonna go with this. That way I can stop their fake out from coming through if that's what they want to go for turn 1 here. We'll stop fake outs and Aqua Jets, so that's pretty important. We, on the other hand, don't have many priority moves. We actually don't have any priority moves, I believe, so I don't think they bring in Serena anyways. Yeah, it's gonna be heads and line. Okay, that's fair. That is fair. So I'm kind of forced to terrasilize the Tentacruel here. Just because I don't want to die out to just a Voltage or Electro Drift here. So I'm going to go terrasilize here. Set up a layer of Toxic Spikes. And swap into Ferrograph. Yep, let's do that. Let's do that. That way we set up a layer of spikes. If they want to Volt Switch, their Pokemon are going to start getting poisoned and slowly chipping them away at them. So that's going to be pretty good. So we're going to terrasilize just to be safe, just in case they want to go for E-Drift into the Tentacruel and Retha Protect and Kyogre or whatever the case may be. So we're getting pretty aggressive here because we could have just double protected that turn. But we're going to go ahead and read that fake out coming through. Yep, let's go. Beautiful. Sorry, no fake out for you, buddy. And then you're gonna go into a Volt Switch into the right Pokemon. Let's go. So really good Terra on our end there. Tentacruel gonna be able to soak that up pretty nicely there. Not too bad. It actually still did quite a bit of damage, but we're all right. We're alive. And then Torn is gonna come out. Okay. That's a little unfortunate. Now Bleakman Storm can do significant damage. And we pretty much know their whole team here. Do I set up Trick Room? I'm gonna go ahead and set up Trick Room. Why not? I know my team is slower than their team. Besides this Iron Hands. This Iron Hands is the only thing that can actually be annoying. Alright then. Wow. That did quite a significant amount of damage. But we're going to be able to get Trick 'em up. No problem whatsoever here. And now we're at a point where Tentacruel should be fine here. To survive a Bleak Wind, we'll go for Acid Spray. We'll protect here. Or yeah, we'll protect. We'll protect. Kind of force him to swap out here with his Acid Spray. Drain Punch is going to launch. We're going to block that nicely. And lower the special defense stat of Iron Hands. Ooh, have Hurricane, single target. We actually soaked that, wow. But Hurricane is kind of crazy. Hurricane over Bleakman Storm. It's a little rough for us. It's a little bit rough. I can try to go for the Psychic, but I just don't know if I survive a Drain Punch here, and I don't think I do. It's Screw it. I think I should let Photograph go down here. I think I should let Photograph go down. I guess I have no other option. Setting up Trick Room really wasn't that... Okay, perfect. Perfect. Miraidon's gonna fly out here, gonna take a Psychic to the face, and we're gonna be able to get in our own Miraidon, which is slower than normal Miraidon. So we're at 181 speed, if I remember correctly. So we'll be able to outspeed the opposing Miraidon in Trick Room, which is really good to know right now. So Psychic's gonna fly into you. Gonna be able to do decent damage, and they're just gonna get rid of my... That's perfectly fine. Let's go. That is perfectly fine right now. Now, do I force the Terrasai? So I go into... Do I go Kyogre here? Just double spread move, Water Spout plus Dazzling Gleam. Could go Acupressure as well. Nah, let's go Kyogre. Let's go for the damage. So my Miraidon should not be max speed here. Just should not. Yep, it's 181. I think we go Dazzling Gleam, just spread move and spread move. Double spread move. Do as much damage as possible and hopefully pick up double KO right here. I think that should work. I think this should be good. They have nothing that they switch into will survive this. Maybe Kyogre. Kyogre is the only Pokemon that would survive this. But it's going to get poisoned as well and take significant damage. So I like the position we're in. Water Spout's going to fly first. Beautiful damage, picking up the KO on Tornadus. Bring him right on down to 1 or 2 HP, and then our Miraidon's going to outspeed and go for that little Dazzling Gleam. So that's double KO right there. All right, sweet. So now I'm in a situation where I think I have 1 or 2 turns of Trick Room left. I don't really know how many we have left. Terrain's gone. But I could just stay in with... Nah, you know what? I'm gonna swap here. I'm gonna swap. Especially if we have 2 turns of Trick Room left. Or if this is the last turn of Trick Room, which I think it is. So Drizzle's gonna come out and about again. Yeah, this is the last turn of Trick Room. So we're just gonna swap into Tentacruel, sacrifice that real quick. And a simple protect with the Kyogre here. That way we can set up the electric terrain, waste the last turn of Trick Room, come in with the Miraidon and be able to outspeed both of these Pokemon and go for some great damage with Dazzling Gleam or Electric Drift, whatever we want to go for. And we get to see what Terra they're going to go into. So that's actually really good for us. What Terra you got for me? It's on Kyogre. Straight grass. Okay, that's fine. That'll do. That will do. Kyogre protects. I can go for Acid Spray plus... I go Acid Spray plus Ice Beam. But no, we just die out here. Okay, that's fine. Tentacruel just dies out. Poison's gonna chip up just a little bit more damage. And my Kyogre is max speed, so unless they're max speed or Choice Scarf, we should be able to outspeed here. Trick Room is up. And just to play it safe, since we're going to get up terrain, I'm going to go for Dazzling Gleam and Water Spout, I think. That's just going to deal the maximum amount of damage here. Yeah, I think I go for that. Dazzling Gleam and Water Spout. We just need to make sure we pick up the KO on this Iron Hands. And this should be able to do it. Okay, they outspeed us with their Kyogre, that's fine. Right on Soaks, no problem. And Water Spout at full HP launches. That's going to pick up the KO on Iron Hands. bring the Kyogre down to a very little HP, where I think poison is going to be enough to pick up the KO, and that's going to be GG's. Really well played. Really well played there. Forcing their hands to swap out Iron Hands because we lowered their special defense by 2 stages. Just pretty much win this game, because if they stay in, go for that Drain Punch into Paragraph, we kind of are put in a tough situation. But we forced their hand, forced them to swap, and pre-positioned perfectly, and that's going to be GG's, baby. Let's go. Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Our little bit of a Tentacruel with Rain Dish, Acid Spray, Toxic Spikes, ACUPRESSURE, and the Kyogre with Drizzle team is complete. And overall, a lot of fun with the Tentacruel. I think it did really well. Had a wide variety of things to go for. Like, I was even kind of like lost at what I wanted to go for. Could ACUPRESSURE my own Pokemon or myself. I could set up Toxic Spikes. I could go for Acid Spray, lower the special defense on the opposing side. So yeah, Tentacruel with the Rain Dish leftovers and that moveset is really good. And that Grass Terra, it's really good. Really love using here today. And I think it provided really good support for the squad and helped us win really good games here. Going 3-1 with the squad. The only game we lost is the game we did not bring the Tentacruel. So hey, it speaks for itself. But yeah, overall, I had lots of fun with this team. It was really well built. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, please feel free to leave a like down below and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.